Today, we are checking out the album LUX by ROSALÍA. After some of my previous ROSALÍA content, you guys recommended that I check out this one. If you'd like to watch that content, the playlist is down below. And if you'd like to order your own album reaction, there is a link down below for that too. Before we continue, please like and subscribe, and let's get right into the first song, Sexo, Violencia y Llantas, or Llantas. I'm gonna have trouble pronouncing all of this stuff throughout. I'm in. I'm immediately interested.
¿Quién pudiera vivir entre los dos? Primero amar el mundo y luego amar a Dios. ¿Quién pudiera vivir entre los dos? Primero amar el mundo y luego amar a Dios.
Chills.
¿Quién pudiera venir de esta tierra en el primero sexo, violencia?
The mixture between the classical influences and the modern production is so good. That is something that blew me away from the few songs I've heard from this album already. That little run there was so pretty, that little vocal run. I'm obsessed, like, immediately I'm obsessed. Incredible musicality. And musicianship. Wow, we're done already? So I guess that song was a little bit sort of an intro situation. Reliquia. Sorry, pronouncing this is going to be a humiliation ritual for me throughout this album, so forgive me. Reliquia?
En que perdí mis manos en Jerez y mis ojos en Roma.
Interesting switch into a much lighter, more breezy atmosphere than the very cinematic, dramatic one that opened the album. Kinda groovy. And I know this album is highly conceptual. Every song is dedicated to a different saint. There's really so much to dive into conceptually here. But I'm focusing really on the musical textures at the moment. And even just the musicality is overwhelming me, in a good way. I love how, even through some of the more busy, chaotic moments, it doesn't overwhelm her voice, so the mix is really nice that way. You don't lose any details in the vocal performance. The little runs, the little inflections, the little bits of personality that she injects.
Pero mi corazón nunca ha sido mío, yo siempre lo doy.
Getting a little bit of that drama back now. Beautiful shades. Lightness to darkness, lightness to darkness. Amazing. Wow, wow, wow. The agility. The tenderness, too. The delivery of such a complex vocal line with such tenderness and, like, softness. Matching with the instrumental. That's a beautiful touch to her music that I noticed during some of my previous reactions to her is the instrumental will often match the energy she's giving with her voice. Really lovely touch. Like here. Okay, breakbeat. This is so cool. Awesome. Loving it so far. Here we have Divinize. One of the songs I have heard already before, but I have not listened to this much at all. So I wanted to keep it fresh for this reaction. Here we have a slightly more electronic focus immediately. I think that's a electronic piano or a slightly distorted piano. So much variety in these first three tracks.
This ghost is still alive. I'm still alive. Sta mes viva que mai. Mes viva que mai. Through my body you can see the light. Bruise me up a little of my pride. Know that I
Beautiful focus on the percussion in this song. That rolling bass really pulls the emotion out of you. And I love the hint of approachability to this vocal melody, slightly in contrast with the previous songs that were a little more unpredictable. There's a predictability to this melody, but it's not predictable to the point where it's boring. It's a nice bit of intentional repetition to differentiate this song a little bit from what we've been hearing previously. I love those little pockets of, I want to say wackiness, not the right word, but it's a slight bit of weirdness that it's not, it doesn't sound goofy, but it really just makes it feel more alive, you know? Creativity is what I mean. Back into the driving groove here. There's lovely texture of acoustic guitar here. Could be banjo too. The decision to use multiple languages on this album is also one that could easily have come across as gimmicky, but you can tell how much focus and care she put into using the language as a way of expressing different kinds of emotion depending on the lyric that's being said, the sentiment that's being said. So genius, like, I'm floored. I'm floored. Like it's an artwork. It's a beautiful, detailed tapestry. All right. Next is Porcelana, another song I've already heard. Let's see how it hits in the context of the album.
Porcelana y de llamana, luz que ilumina, ruina divina, El placer anestesia mi dolor, el dolor anestesia mi placer. Lo que tengo, lo que hago, mi valor, y el dolor siempre vuelve a aparecer. En ti no creo.
But a darker energy.
Te derrames en mi pecho, dentro mi corazón y mi cerebro. Como un cubata cae en mi garganta y se vierte en mi pelo hasta el suelo. Ego Sam Nil, Ego Sam Lux Mundi. Ego Sam Nil, Ego Sam Lux Mundi. Ego Sam Nil, Ego Sam Lux Mundi.
Ego Sum Lux Mundi. Latin. Interesting.
Pa' que tú te relajes, aquí tienes este homenaje.
Those sliding strings are so nasty, I love it. I guess this is the first hint of her rapping on the album.
En tu lore falta viaje,
Comes at the perfect time,
pero a ti te sobra equipaje.
developing the sound.
I know that the way that you scared.
I'm curious as to how a song like this would be performed live.
Te puedo envenenar y te puedo curar.
I love it when like the groove creeps in a little bit and it sneaks up on you.
Pa' bien o para mal.
Like that hammer and sickle sound in the background. The sound design is amazing. There's so much going on in this album, but it's all so cohesive and focused. The decision to focus mainly on a classical sound was really smart and goes towards that. There is a hint of reggaeton here, but still like it's classically focused, and that's what's cool about it. It's the orchestral instruments creating and alluding to various genres. So dynamic. Just the piano, the hint of flamenco. Taking us up to the clouds. This orchestral swell is so well placed. Next is Mi Cristo, Piange, Diamanti. This was really highly requested, so I'm excited to hear this.
Sei l'uragano più bello che io abbia mai visto. Il migliore dei dolmen si alzarebbe per te. Fai tremare la terra e si innalzi al tuo fianco, ma quando non riuscirà ad elevarsi sei
And what I said about the instrumental very often matching her energy.
imperfetti,
Stunning dynamics.
genti del caos, ci smontiamo come i miti, mio re dell'anarchia, mio astro imprudente.
This is such a pretty little piano ballad.
Piangi, raccogli le tue lacrime e
With
bagna
very
la tua
complex harmony.
fronte, qualunque sia il crimine. Mio Cristo piange Diamante, piange, piange, diamante, mio Cristo.
This atmosphere, it is almost giving luxury. I mean, the album is called Lux. I don't know if that's really alluding to luxury, but I'm getting like diamonds, glittering, shininess, luxury from this atmosphere. The little flittering strings and the bright chord progression and her soft delivery. Very cool. Only halfway through. So happy about that. I was worried we were done.
Una volta svelato, so che non lo dimenticherò.
I'm honestly so like speechless.
Ti hanno dato che avrebbero dovuto essere abbracci. E quanti abbracci hai dato?
The little hint of creativity, that frantic descent in the strings. The stings. The music is screaming out to you to be heard. This ain't no background music. This is music for the heart and soul. Just as she's giving some soul. This is so pretty. It should be illegal for a song to be this pretty. I have no control, I'm just swaying.
That's gonna be the energy. And then.
Okay. And with that, I think we're done with the first movement. Yeah, that really had that feeling of the conclusion of a movement. Beautiful touch with her classical technique at the very end. Wonderful climax. I'm simply gobsmacked. No wonder you guys wanted me to check out that particular song. And we have so much left to go, and I'm so excited. Next we have Berghain. I think that's how you pronounce it. Another song I've heard already, but again, I've only heard it once, so this will be an excellent second listen. Now, after the serenity of the last song, this is such a good transition. Such a chilling, ghostly, almost hellish atmosphere that I'm so into. The drama. I love an aggressive choir, you know. Now we've pulled back a bit, we've switched to a more swaying vocal melody than like a stabbing one. I'm getting chills so often that it kind of goes without saying that I'm getting chills at every moment of this entire album. This album is on track to become the best album I've ever reacted to on the channel. Here comes Björk. iconic that she got Björk to sing this bit. Like, bit of homogenic coming through.
I'll fuck you till you love me. I'll fuck you till you love me. I'll fuck you till you love me. Till you love me.
And what a cool detail. In my research before listening to this, I saw that this is actually a quote from Mike Tyson. How sick is that? That is so sick.
I'll fuck you till you love me. I'll fuck you till you love me. Love me, love me, love me, love me.
So good. Okay. This song is La Perla. Here we have the official music video. Bit of a 3/4 time signature. You know what? I get it. I get the fencing theme. This song is very gentle, it's very graceful. Wow. Contrasting the imposing atmosphere of the previous song with this kind of catchy little poppy bop. Is that a harp? Okay, so the first critical thought I have, and it's nothing to do with the songwriting or her vocal performance. Sometimes the production on her voice is a little extreme. She doesn't need as much pitch correction as this. Sometimes the pitch correction is a little overly evident, but I have heard way worse. It doesn't distract me too much. That cymbal hit, that was funny. And she knew it was funny because she threw that little laugh in there. But yeah, so much personality, there's humor in this song. Just having a ball. It's got me going like this. Incredible ornamentation vocally. So nice to see that element of her early work in her later work too. This song turned out to be way more than just a poppy bop, which I was happy to have, but it was quite the anthem towards the end there. I loved the sort of alto choir we got at the end. Really good choice for a single. Very approachable, but still has the complexity of all the other songs. I'm still on board. What song do we have here now? This is Mundo Nuevo. Interesting fact I think I read about this song is that it's not considered to have any composers, only arrangers. So maybe what we're in for here is a atmospheric piece. Yeah. A little bit of improv, I think, is what we're getting. Maybe not. Maybe so. Interesting.
Yo quisiera renegar.
I mean, yet again, stunningly beautiful moment. I wonder if she improvised this vocal and they built the composition around her improvised vocal. That's a legit way of writing it. It would explain the lack of a direct composer credit. That distortion in the low end. Like, I'm at the cinema. I'm being so entertained the whole time. I even feel like every song is its own character, has its own story. Very, very cool. Here we have De Madrugá. Getting a little more hype, a little more upbeat with this, potentially. Very short song. There's something really amazing about just those wide chords with that very pretty vocal melody. This song is the first one that maybe feels a bit disjointed. I love the middle and I love the motif at the start and at the end, but those ideas seem quite disparate to me. Like, that's the only track so far that feels like maybe we didn't expand that the way it was destined to be. This is movement-free violence. Dios Es Un Stalker. I've heard this one too. This one also suffers from being a little bit not explored as much as it could be, but it's still an amazingly beautiful song. I do know that there is a longer version of this in the physical version. There's also extra tracks on the physical version of the album. I haven't included them in this reaction because I just don't think that would be cool for me to do. Like, if they're intended for the physical version, they're for the physical version, you know. I'll respect that. A nice song to really just kind of vibe along to. Really like that key change. The production on her vocals is really quite tasteful throughout. I think there was only a few moments in a song here and there where I thought the vocal was a little overproduced. But really by and large that's not the case. Here we have a La Yugular. I think this is the last song on the album that I've heard before. And this is a beautiful song too.
Historias caben metidas en 21 gramos. Tú que tan lejos y a la vez más cerca. Tú que tan lejos.
A little bit of the atmosphere of La Perla right here. Wonder if it's a direct callback or not. I'd demolish hell for you. So is this Arabic? It is. I think I said in my first reaction that there's a bit of a randomness to this track that goes a little too far for my taste around here, but I think from about here on is smooth sailing. Yeah. There must have been so much work gone into learning the languages to sing these lines so beautifully. Like the emphasis on which syllable to evoke which emotion. That's a lot of detailed work. Just a moment for the choir. Lovely. A little bit like a math equation. There's a moment for the choir. Now this may be the first moment where it's just like her voice and goes like toms. Then there's usually a moment with her and the guitar, her and the piano. Really exploring every single texture possible. Now with all the elements coming in with this glorious build. Stunning. I love this song. This atmosphere sounds a little bit more like a movie score than classical music, and I love that. I also love movie scores, and this song really captures like an emotional build in like a movie.
1000th heaven. You know, it's like
for a climactic moment.
Break on through the other side. It's just like going through one door. One door isn't enough. 1,000,000 doors aren't enough.
Very good. That song almost feels like it should be the last song on the album. It's so climactic. So it's impressive that apparently we have so far to go still. This song is Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc, a tu lado, mi futuro será dorado. Ya no tengo miedo del pasado, está en el fondo de mi copa de Sauvignon Blanc.
Catchy.
En mi copa de Sauvignon Blanc. A mi Dios escucharé, mi sí, mi chu, yo las tiraré, mi porcelana la dejaré caer.
This song isn't as interesting to me as some of the previous ones, but it has its place on the album. Maybe I'm speaking too soon though. That was a gorgeous melody. Definitely a wise choice for a single. It has a certain commercial potential that most of the other songs don't. Its structure is more conventional, but like even the harmony and the chord progression of her vocal offer plenty of interest. For repeat listens. Like, if I heard that song outside of the context of the album, I would certainly be extremely blown away. I'm still blown away, but, you know, it's being surrounded by all these masterpieces. It just wouldn't be my personal favorite. Still really good. Really good. I think this is La Rumba Del Perdón. This is the final movement. This is really cool. I love the call and response in the chorus. Her solo vocal versus the group vocal. I love that this song is maintaining a steady groove. There's not too many halting. Man, the production is just insane. Really amazing audio engineering.
Yo sé que tú eres pa' mí, yo sé que tú eres pa' mí, yo sé que tú eres pa' mí, yo sé que vendrás a mí. Dice la calle que tú eres pa' mí, dice quien sabe que tú eres pa' mí, se dice en la plaza que tú eres pa' mí, dile a tu madre que tú eres pa' mí.
I loved how she included just kind of, I guess, more typical, I suppose, R&B style background vocals there. Really cool touch, really cool idea. Wonder what no Nino means. It's not translated in the subtitles.
Primero viene el veneno y luego la pena. La que piensas que puede escaparse del plan divino.
El que le está gritando del quinto al cuarto o a su vecino.
La que siempre está dando muela y en habladuría.
There's a guest vocalist on this song. Let me know who they are. Estrella Morete and Sylvia Perez Cruz. So there's two of them.
Cuando el poder pesa más que el amor, cuando el miedo está en ti y el deseo a tu alrededor, el que mató a puñalas y el pulso ni le tembló, clava cuchillo tan hondo que lo perdió.
Man, there's still so much going on in the music. Really have to pay close attention. I have one more critical comment that I'd like to bring up after the song is done.
Anudar y desanudar, desnudarse y desnudar, para hacerlo como se debe. Tres cosas necesitarás: fuego en las manos, ternura en los ojos y a mí presente en el lugar. Técnicamente eso sería un trío, pero si solo miro no contará.
Okay, we're getting towards the end of the album now. We have only 2 songs left. Before we get into them, I'd like to just voice the only other criticism that I have of this album is sometimes musically it does get a little too conceptual. And I know I've been praising that aspect of the album the whole time. I love being taken by surprise. It's one of my favorite things in music. But sometimes it is nice to just get into the groove of a song and enjoy it from start to finish, and for it to not do too much. Through most of the songs, there's moments when the groove is completely halted to indulge in some tomfoolery, and this song is kind of a good example. It's like, it has such a really sick groove, catchy chorus, I was invested. Then all of the momentum was dropped out to like play 2 cello notes and then 1 vocal line. And then there's like a pause and you're like, where did my song go? So the structure of this particular song confuses me a bit. It's one of the few songs where I do feel like the musicality was sacrificed for experimentation and the concept. But that said, I would still take experimentation and conceptual exploration over a tried and true boring song structure. So this album is still in my good graces. It's still one of the best albums I've checked out on the channel. I don't know if it is the best. Maybe there is no the best, right? It's all subjective. But that is the only thing that I can potentially see happening again in the last 2 songs we have here. Probably not to the extent that it bothers me. I think the only songs where it bothered me were this particular song, and I think it was De Madrugá. Yeah. All right, let's enjoy Memória.
Ainda te lembras de mim, ainda sabes de onde eu vi, que sou esta que aqui estou. Diz-me no meu olhar triste que alguma memória existe, e ainda sabes quem sou. Diz-me se ainda tropeço, se me alegro, se agradeço, ou se ainda sei cantar.
After my previous criticism, very much appreciating this simple, pared back composition.
Que for, que eu não consigo lembrar. Vem comigo pela cidade, diz-me com sinceridade.
This is another vocalist, Carminho. Wow. Beautiful.
Siempre que me acuerdo de algo, siempre lo recuerdo un poco diferente.
It's like second last song, perfect spot on the album to really have this soft, uncomplicated melody to meditate on.
Y si mi alma se derrama en la falta de pasado, es el olvido.
You easily see this one being many fans' favorites. Gotta harmonize their voices. I was hoping for a little bit of a build for the final moments of the song. So happy I got that.
Diz-me se sabes ou não, ainda te lembras de mim.
Gagged. Absolutely gagged. On to the final song. How is she going to follow this up? Like, this is her at her peak, right? Magnolias.
Dicen que si vieras pasar a tu lado la muerte, en la Mercedes, la que se alarga, te da buena suerte. Todos habéis venido, hasta mis enemigos, hoy lloran.
What a recorder?
Tírame magnolias, tírame magnolias, tírame magnolias, tírame magnolias.
Really like this one so far. Interesting bending concept there after the first chorus. Really cool concept in the lyrics. It's certainly like it has a bittersweet feeling, the music. You feel the celebration, but you also feel the sorrow, the sadness of saying goodbye. Masterful storyteller, lyrically and finding the right music to go with these words. Like, hats off.
Algún que otro navajazo me he llevado de la vida. Ella a mí me desarmó y yo le estoy agradecida. Y lanzará azúcar moreno sobre mi ataúd. Quedaros despiertos hasta que vuelva otra vez la luz. Promete que me protegerás a mí y a mi nombre, mi ausencia. Yo que vengo de las estrellas.
Her lyrics are really amazing.
Hoy me convierto en polvo.
I'll be paying more attention to the lyrics on my subsequent listens, definitely. And a little bit of a haunting, chilling moment at the end in the vocal performance to just put a little exclamation point on the darkness. Well guys, thank you very much for recommending this album to me and making me get around to it, because I am absolutely blown away. What an absolute treat to experience such a true and soulful and detailed work of art that has clearly had so much labor and love go into it. I'm amazed. I really am amazed. It's about as close to perfection as you can get. To summarize my criticisms, as few as they were, perhaps some of the production on her vocals could have been a little bit more raw and natural. There is quite an abundance of pitch correction here, which I'm not faulting her for necessarily. It's just, if you're going to do pitch correction, do your best to make it not so apparent. And for the most part, it wasn't apparent, but there were a couple of moments where I was like, ooh, I don't think that robotic feeling was intended, since so much of the surrounding music felt so organic. Even the electronic elements were going for that organic feeling. Second criticism that occurred to me through a few songs is the tendency to stop and start and go off the rails a little too much. But that happened quite rarely. I am very fond of experimental, chaotic, unexpected music. So even though there was a lot of that, I was totally down for it in all of these songs. There was just a few songs where it was like, not so sure about that. But then we quickly got back into the good stuff and it was smooth sailing. Like, no album in the world is perfect. We're human. It's impossible to make perfection. So this is a really stunning, like, I'm stunned, stunningly performed, stunningly composed, stunningly produced masterpiece. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. It could very well be the best album I've ever listened to on the channel. I don't want to say that for sure, because I have listened to a lot, but it's up there. And maybe I'll do a fun video where I cover my favorite albums I've done on the channel. And this also may take a few listens, and maybe on subsequent listens I'll find more complaints. But that's highly unlikely, I feel. This was a really fun, wonderful listen. And with regards to the rest of her discography, I guess it's all downhill from here, right? This surely is the best thing she's ever put out. But I'm just kidding. I would love to check out some of her older stuff to really get more of a sense of her progression and where she's come from. I did check out some of her previous stuff in the first Rosalía video I did, which was a 10-song deep dive. We covered some of her earlier songs, and that video was also where I listened to some of these songs for the first time. I'd say the song that I heard today for the first time that is my favorite from the album is probably Mio Cristo, Piange Diamanti. I mean, that's an amazing one. You guys were totally correct in thinking that I would enjoy that. And La Perla was also amazing. Like, every song was amazing. Every song just had me floored. Let me know what you think of this album and what you thought of my analysis, whether you agree with me or disagree. Again, if you'd like to order your own album reaction to another album, the link is down below. There is also a link to my previous reactions to Rosalía in the Rosalía playlist. If you don't know me, my name is Ohak Cade. I am the composer for the symphonic metal project Valkada. We recently put out a new song called Metallic Us. The link is also down below. I'd love to hear what you think. I am on Patreon if you fancy your own reaction requests, early access and polls. And there's also a link to my full reaction database spreadsheet if you're curious about all of the other music I've covered on the channel. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much and take care.